14 renown.
Oh, it's not that bad.
14! We almost did it, Drawman. We almost did it! We were so close! We had Pinhedro on our side! He was a vampire! We beat Molly Mystery! We did all of this crap! We conquered Shangri-La and Rivaloo, and it still wasn't good enough. Well, you know what? Fuck Abbey Games. Fuck Renowned Explorers International Society. Fuck roguelikes. We're gonna kill everybody!
Yay!
Celebrate good murders. Come on.
Come on. We're gonna kill everybody. They're fucking dead.
So basically, what's up everybody and welcome back to Team Pizza Plays. I, of course, am Whatthefnu.
We're gonna kill people.
Yeah. And basically, what we're going to be doing this time around is we are going to be creating the most aggressive team we possibly can. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure that we actually conquer the game this time. And to that end, we have Jean-Pierre, who has a lot of the same abilities that Victor does, like the Inspiring Strike, the Peace Treaty. We're going to be taking Philippe here, who is not only a great healer with abilities like Tranquility, but he also has Amnesia Shot, which can make enemies much weaker than they would normally be. Gives them penalties to Grit, Speech Defense, or most helpful in this case, Armor. He's also an Engineer and a Rogue, so he'll be useful in a lot of situations.
For a second, I thought you said he also has Amnesia, and I thought that's not a strategic advantage.
Actually, you know what we should do instead?
Who is that?
We should make Molly the leader.
But there's so much mystery about her.
Because she has a very special ability. You gain +3 collect per level of rogue in your crew, so she's already got 2. Philippe can be our engineer in that case, but he's also got 1 point of rogue to begin with. And then we've got Jean-Pierre, who's also an athlete, and that's important, because the other perk that she gets is that rogues and athletes gain an armor reduction aura. So because we're playing an aggressive team anyway, any enemies that we run straight up to, aka all of them, because we're going with a melee build here, will automatically be weaker than they normally would be. And because Philippe is a rogue and Jean-Pierre is an athlete, we're good to go. Start the adventure.
It's almost as if this game is conducive to killing people.
Okay, to be fair, I've said this multiple times already. I think one of the greatest traits about this game is it gives you the option. Like, you can just go whole ham and play a team that's out to set the world on fire. Or you can just play a team that's using wordplay instead, which can be infinitely more fun. It's just, we've played both of the quote-unquote peaceful sides of this already, so only one thing left to do, which is smack everybody in the face with a pike.
Oh, trust me, we played the peaceful route, and it sucked. Now, we're gonna do it the right way, and fucking murder everybody. I mean, remember that show Pinky and the Brain?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brain never talked about peacefully reaching negotiations and trying to appease people. No, he wanted to conquer the fucking Earth.
Hang on a second. How far? No, let's leave the minerals be on this space, because we got a lot of things left to do on this island.
Ah, yes. Oh, speaking of island, remember Nick Jr.?
Yes, actually.
Remember that show Gullah Gullah Island?
Barely. That's one of the ones I think I missed.
It was a really nice. It was basically Caribbean Sesame Street. Right down to the fact that each opening would have a cartoon animated version of the location of the show, and the show itself would have a mix of a live cast and puppets.
Huh.
And it was set in the Caribbean.
Alright.
Come and let's play together in the bright sunny weather.
Yeah, that's about the only thing I know about is the giant yellow frog.
Yep, what's his name? Binya Binya, yes, Binya Binya. Which I'm sure is most likely either Caribbean, French, or something something, but I have yet to look it up. Which is funny because I have a computer right here, and I am actively refusing to look it up. But I'm going to give in to weakness and look it up.
You You open the door and enter the royal catacombs. The place is filled with graves. It gives Jean-Pierre the creeps. Oh, come on, he's the biggest dude on the team. He's the one who's freaked out? And then again, this game is kind of funny in that way, so I guess it makes sense.
Well, yeah.
Also, we just took the prince's skull. Just left the rest of his body there. We just wanted to take a trophy with us.
We are ruthless. We're Predator, basically.
Oh, and because we got a tactician perk off of one of the spaces that we went to, Molly now has that ability. So it'll actually help us out on the second place we go to, on top of the initial island. This is actually shaping up to be a pretty good run right from the start. We got the Tactician perk, which normally you have to pick specific characters for. Mostly Victor, because he's the easiest one to find it with. So let me introduce you to Philippe. Philippe is mostly defense-minded. He's not too powerful right off the bat. He can actually be played really well in a friendly team simply because of his abilities. He starts off with a more powerful friendly skill than a devious one or an attacking one. But it's just, I need him along because he can complement an aggressive team, and frankly, I learned from my first run, we need a healer.
Yeah, you did terribly, and I watched, and it was not fun for me.
By the way, if you guys notice my voice is a little weirder than usual, it's simply due to the fact that I'm still a little bit sick. Like, this is why we couldn't do the Undertale stream that I promised back on Thursday. It's just because my head is full of me snotting all over myself right now, and I still haven't completely shaken it. It's to the part where I can finally do voiceover mostly good again. It's just, I apologize if you hear any, like, sniffling or just, in general, noises that most people would find disturbing.
Well, what they don't see are my ears bleeding from having to hear it so often. I mean, I've heard maddening diatribes and insanity-inducing trumpets to a lack of conceivable perceptive audio.
We're actually not taking a very good approach here. Like, normally you wouldn't want to take an aggressive route against these guys, but it's also just the first island, so we shouldn't be doing too bad here. Watch as I immediately get destroyed by these guys now.
Let's just nuke the island.
But then we get rid of the treasures too, so that's not an option.
It's okay. Gold can survive radiation. I know that because I made it up.
I said it, so it must be true. Hey, Drawman.
Yes?
Did you know 86% of statistics are made up on the spot?
I know, right? Wait.
I'm glad you caught on to that.
I'm a little disappointed that I caught on to that.
Let's see, what does sadness do again? Speech power is decreased by 25%. Alright. So that's not too awful.
Well,
and this guy... Wow! Good job, Molly. You weren't even aiming at him and you still hit him.
Yeah, because she's good. That's a real mystery of Molly. Why is she so good? I will keep pushing that, even when we don't need to do it.
Alright, she is good, but she's not Pinhedro good. I think we can both agree on that.
Oh, Pinhedro was an event. Pinhedro was magic.
Let's see here. We try to track the treasure near the dangerous cliffs, probably because we've got an athlete on our team. Yup, look at that. 40% plus 40% from athlete.
Oh, and after looking on the computer, I found Gullah's more African than it is Caribbean, more Southern American African culture than it is Caribbean. But then
that makes sense.
It's like Jamaica's included in there, but it's more of Gullah culture of Ron Daisy's home of St. Helena Island, California, part of the Sea Islands. So it's got it's got the Islander aesthetic, but not exactly Caribbean. So my apologies to any of our Caribbean fans in the audience.
Okay, I actually want to check that. Is there anybody out there who is Caribbean? Or is watching this from a place that you normally wouldn't associate with YouTube? Because most viewers you get on YouTube, this is statistically proven. Like, I can go to my analytics right now and notice that I've got most of my viewers are going to be from Europe and America. But if I have anybody watching from places like Australia or the Caribbean or South America, hey, let yourself known. I'd be fascinated to see how many people actually regularly watch this spiel who are from quote-unquote unusual places.
And I want to see if I am more annoying in your culture or someone else's culture. Let me know. I want to see if I can maximize the hatred towards myself.
Let's see. We'll have Philippe learn a scientist perk. Engineer. Because that'll complement his normal abilities. And what will he learn down the road? He already knows automata, piloting, and he will eventually learn steam engines. So let's go with combustion.
He does machines.
That he does. He also does healing really well, also tranquilizer darts. Guy's a man of many talents. Not as many as Pinhedro, though. I want to bring that up, actually. One of our fans made an interesting observation. Like, this guy Pinhedro was a master of etiquette in our run. He was also a professor of classical physics and held amazing parties. This guy and Tony Stark should meet up sometime.
Shit, that's good. That's actually a really super good observation.
I'm glad you agree.
See, again, Pinhedro was a magical event. Like,
he was just leaving his power armor at home. He is the Tony Stark of this game.
Exactly.
His smug smile, like, he knows what he's doing. Like, the game is just too easy. It's like one of those animes where he was hiding his true power level all along.
Yeah. No,
if he was actually trying, we would have won on the first expedition.
Pinhedro was born at 500 times Earth gravity. Pinhedro is the hype. That reminds me. Are you familiar with One Punch Man?
Vaguely. Like, I know his origin story thanks to Comic Historian.
Yeah, so it's not so much a spoiler as to what makes him One Punch Man, but I guess I'll leave it out just because I want people to read it more.
Yeah, it's... From what I can see, this is a treat.
It is truly fantastic. But basically my point is, yeah, Pinhedro was the One Punch Man of our group.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right down to the fact that they were both bald.
Shit, I killed him in one punch again. There's gotta be somebody that can give me a challenge.
Oh, I want that power. I remember when I first learned about One Punch Man. I thought to myself, really? He can beat anyone with one punch? Let me guess, it's gonna be let me guess something he can only do once a day, or...
Nope.
Or he's very much like Vash in that he doesn't want to fight.
Surprise.
Or he actually does find someone who can match him and they get married and yada yada.
I love series that can do that too, where they can take just the simplest little concept and just roll with it. Just keep doing increasingly awesome things with such a simple little idea. But we'll talk about that more on the next episode of Team Pizza Plays, where unfortunately we will not be able to bring Molly to Molly Mystery. But...
Oh, actually, you don't even know. We're going to do it anyway.
We've already been to the Caribbean island, but being devious will help in the Hungarian fort, so... Yeah, looks like we're going to the Caribbean again, because an aggressive approach will make it easier for us. So, until next time, I'm Whatthefnu.
And, hold on, what's my name? Oh, here it is.
You can do it. There you go. We'll train you well enough on it eventually, buddy. Alright, see you again next time, everybody. Later.